With the end of the season event just around the corner, Fortnite Chapter 4 will be here before we know it. And within that chapter, there's going to be a ton of new things, such as dragons. But before we get into that, if you're like me, you've gotten a ton of different skins, some of which you may have regretted purchasing. So with that being said, if you guys leave a like on the video right now, you may just log on to see another refund ticket in your inventory. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe and help us get to 3 million subscribers. But yes, guys, the event is building up to be something huge. We just got brand new teasers, and it all points towards a ton of new info for the next chapter. Oh, and can't forget about the skin challenge on last video. It was Deadpool, so here's a bunch of people that got that right. This time, comment the name of this skin, and I'll feature a bunch of the ones that get that right. Now, before we get into the stuff that has to do with the brand new dragon animal, there's been some interesting things revealed about the Fracture event. We talked a bunch about that event last video, but one thing I want to update you on that has to do with this image specifically is the amount of destruction that's going to be happening to the map during this event. We just got confirmation that the whole entire thing is going to last 40 whole minutes, which is, I believe, the longest event in Fortnite history. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's definitely up there with one of the longest, and that's plenty of time for them to destroy the Chapter 3 map. On top of that, one of the Fortnite insiders apparently said that this event will be the most destructive one we've ever seen. And I mean, judging from that teaser image again, you see so many locations on the map just being brought into the air. I guess No Sweat Insurance is gonna have a pretty tough time with that one. However, guys, another event teaser that was just revealed was Reality 602, which at the moment is very mysterious. And I'll actually mention another reality later in the video, so stick around for that. But 602, some ideas have been that it's the reality Jones and the Foundation jumped into to chase down Geno, which would make a lot of sense because whatever that reality is obviously plays a huge role in the story leading into this end of the season event. And especially with Paradigm going into Reality 659, it would make sense that these two are completely separate. And speaking of items and stuff, I also just saw that if we go into the item shop, I believe this is only on PC at the moment, we can scroll somewhere. Where is it? Scrolling through. It's got to be here somewhere, right? Wait, I think it's in this section. Oh my gosh, yes, there it is. The Duelist's Grace. We can get it for $0.00. Well, I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty good deal. A rare harvesting tool. All right, well, let's go ahead and get it. There we go. We got it. Now we just got to go on and equip it. And there we go. That's what it looks like in game. There's the sword animation. Nothing crazy, but I mean, I'll take it. But then after that, guys, Epic Games just also put up this teaser for the Fracture event, which you've probably seen by now. But take a closer look here. We can see Bites right here getting absorbed into the tornado in the center, which is kind of weird because he's technically a villain in this story. So why are the characters helping him? But what's even more interesting about this is that if you take a look at the announcement in game, they specifically say in the description, the island's reality is deteriorating. It's up to you to reforge it, which is our first like real hint about what's going to be happening during this event. So it seems like the map itself is essentially going to get destroyed and we need to reforge it into the Chapter 4 map, something along those lines. Not only that, if we also take a look at Donald Mustard's Twitter, he just updated his location to Reality 153, which is very peculiar. It seems like this current reality is going to get destroyed, and then maybe we reforge it into the new reality, which will be the Chapter 4 map. And that's completely different from where the Paradigm is right now, which is Reality 659. And admittedly, that stuff gets a little bit confusing. And it's even more interesting because Fortnite just updated their icon on their social media to show a broken, like, concrete area with chrome around it. Obviously referencing the Fracture event again. So it seems like they are really hyping up this event, and it's going to be pretty crazy. Not only that, they also announced that we're going to be getting a complete emote just given out for free, and that emote is the Toasty Roast emote. It's this one right here, and I believe you can actually use it with another player. Well, obviously. But one thing you might not know is that it's got a secret. If you use the emote long enough, the characters will occasionally burn the marshmallows and then have to put more on. Which, by the way, do you guys think that the better way to toast a marshmallow is just to set it over the fire? Or do you guys purposely catch it on fire like I do so it gets crispy? Comment down below, I'm curious. But not only that, inside of the image for this, they oddly enough used a galaxy background, which seems to go back to that theory I talked about in my previous video about the Chapter 4 map possibly having a space theme or something along the lines of that. So this seems to be yet another clue confirming something related related to space happening in chapter 4. But then guys, speaking of one of the biggest things that is going to be happening inside of chapter 4, because there's a ton of new stuff, one of which is dragons. That's right guys, dragons. Now you may have heard it's been leaked a while ago that within the files there was found stuff related to a rideable flying animal, which obviously, judging by that alone, what else could it be except a dragon? Some people theorize that it could be like flying klombo, which honestly that would be pretty cool too, but personally it seems like dragons are what they're hinting at. Not only that, there's files pointing towards a boost and idle mechanic sort of similar to how flying a Stormwing works in game. And that's also kind of intriguing because Stormwings were meant to be added during chapter 4. Then all of a sudden at the last minute they scrapped that idea and replaced it with the Rocket League vehicle. We don't really know why that happened, but maybe it was because the dragons are coming soon? I don't know, but not only that, there's also a saddle type grappler within the files. I believe it looks like this right here, and the idea is that it would help you capture animals, which they added that mechanic recently that you could actually tame animals, but if they're flying around, you would need an item like this saddle grappler to grab onto a flying dragon and actually control it, right? But speaking about the dragons specifically, I think they'd also add an ability for them to breathe fire. I mean, how could you have a dragon and not have it breathe fire? That would also make for a super cool ability in and of itself. But on top of that, this seems to be confirmed even more because one of the leaked locations for chapter 4 is one that is called Dragon's Maw Cave. That's right, guys. It literally says dragon in the title. So it is all but confirmed that we are going to be seeing dragons this next chapter. But I'm also really curious about this location. I feel like it would be something out of How to Train Your Dragon or something similar to that. Obviously, well, it's a cave location, but I think that it could maybe be Viking themed or something along those lines. Especially since klombo was heavily inspired by How to Train Your Dragon. I could definitely see them going that route. Now, speaking of animals and stuff, well, actually, I just saw that this week we've got Avian Ambush Week with chicken challenges. What? Yo, there's literally so many challenges surrounding chickens right now. What the? Throw chickens, return a chicken to a pen. Oh, that's why those things are on the map, the chicken pens. Hold on a second, don't mind me. I just want to test this out. Get back here. There we go, got him. I just want to see if anything happens when you actually put a chicken inside of the chicken area. Oh, he like glows. That's pretty cool. And we got one of the challenges for 20,000 XP. That's pretty cool, but that's not what I want to talk about. Before we get into the stuff to do with dragons, I saw that there's a map that you can possibly use to actually become a boar. Yeah, Fortnite Boar Simulator. Like, does this give us a special skin for it? I'm confused. Okay, so here we go. Start up the match. Then I'm pretty sure we just need to go into this area. Oh, yep, there we go. We got a button that says become boar. All right, I'll do that. Oh my gosh, wait, what? Are we literally a boar right now? What the heck? Yo, that looks so weird. We're actually a boar right now. Well, maybe not so much. I think what's happening here is it's actually a glitch to make our player invisible. I wonder what happens if we dismount. Oh my gosh, yep. We get teleported back. Although that works like super well. I mean, it essentially looks like we actually became a boar inside of Fortnite. Although we can like build and stuff too, which looks so crazy. But I gotta admit, it works really well. You can even jump off into the water. Let's go. Wait, what the? It looks so funny. When you use the explosive gun, it looks like it just fires out of the boar's mouth. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, remember to subscribe for more chapter 4 info coming up soon. Also, check out my previous videos on that subject. Got some really good ones. But again, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.